I don't know, but I hope they take me far away from this place. Man, I need a vacation, hallelujah. First they going and they wish they knew you. Who the hell are you to tell me business, bitch? You ain't my lawyer, buying everything they selling. No, well, that's consumers for you. Who's to say that freedom ain't free? I do enjoy it. Holding down the fort. Hallelujah, hallelujah. 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 Let it take its course. What you let go of comes back. Oh yes, well of course. It's a cycle, I run laps. I'm a psycho though, fun fact. Stereotyping this white kid like I'm packing knives on my lunch bags. Bringing guns to the school dance. I'm tired of getting laughed at. Put my life into a blog post. All my feelings have been a hashtag. Suicide note on my last text. Tell my mom and my dad's next. Probably mad cause I'm 19, but I ain't 19. I ain't had sex yet. I digress cause that was a hypothetical. Love me describing a white millennial to an extreme and a stream of thought cause I write illegible. What's the price of living life in stereo? My scenario is that my mind's at peace, but my heart's gotta speak, so I ride these beats like a bicentennial. That don't really work, ignorance is bliss. I'm convinced pain don't really hurt if it's worth the risk. I've been pissed, thrown out in the dirt, ain't concerned a bit. Watch me hit the curb, I ain't scared, watch me skirt the whip. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Myself. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Myself. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Myself. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Yeah. What's a solid foundation to a force of nature? I've been holding down a fort, unfortunately yours is vacant. Forks up in my road, I don't know, but I hope they take me far away from this place. Man, I need a vacation, hallelujah. First they going and they wish they knew you. Who the hell are you to tell me business, bitch? You ain't my lawyer, buying everything they selling. No, well, that's consumers for you. Who's to say that freedom ain't free? I do enjoy it. Holding down the fort. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Holding down the fort. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Holding down the fort. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Holding down the fort. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
What is going on? What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. My name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. That intro song I get asked all the time was Major Van Winkle. Rest in peace, Major. If you guys are interested, there is a charity called Minding Your Mind set up. I'll post that in the free Discord. But let's get into it. I'll be looking at ES here on this fine Friday, September 6th on the 1-minute chart. Trading straight from my TopstepX platform. I will do some quick analysis as well as a trade review, and then we'll see if we can find anything here on the last couple hours of the trading session for the week. Let's see what we got going on here. Make sure the stream looks good. What's up? What's up? Cool. We look good. We're looking good. Screen looks good. Nice. Let's go back and just take a look at what we had overnight, right? 1-minute chart. Let's jump out to the 5-minute chart here. Chopping around overnight. Chopping around the last few days. Yesterday's session, put this low end down here, popped up towards the end. Let me get my shit together here, for lack of a better term. There we go. Popped up at the open for yesterday's session. Sold off. Came down and put this low in for yesterday's low. You can see we put this overnight low in here after session changeover. Today, we are NFP news day. Yeah, that chart was looking funky. I don't know what's up with that 5-minute chart. I'm going to have to take a look. NFP news day. Slow trending market before that. Not really as volatile, as aggressive as a move as I thought we were going to see. Trended up towards 9:30 a.m. Eastern Open, designated by this vertical line right here. Overnight high getting broken. 15-minute opening range high. Also ended up being initial balance. The 1-hour opening range got put in. Started to trend lower. Here was my 15-minute. Here's my first trade, which was an L. 15-minute opening range low. As you guys know, I do like to trade against the 15-minute opening range breakout. There's a very nice stat, and that you can find in backtesting, that ES loves to break both sides of the 15-minute opening range. I will pull up the stat from Edgeful so I can actually be accurate with it. I'm going to talk more and more about Edgeful. They are awesome. The software is really, really cool. The opening range breakout over the last 6 months of data in ES is broken both sides, meaning price breaks to the downside and the upside, over 71% of the time. On Fridays, it breaks 68% of the time if you zoomed in. Only 8% of the time over the last 6 months of data has ES only broken out to the downside. That makes for a really strong edge to trade that it's going to break to the upside at some point in the trading day. For me, the additional reasons for this trade, getting in pretty aggressively, we had bullish at the open, right? This news was really just kind of absorbed. We pushed up, pushed down, traded right back down towards it. Then we started to drift to the upside, cracked overnight high, looked like we might be in store for some higher prices. Pulled back down near VWAP, bounced pretty nicely, and then we were drifting back lower. As we got down here, we started to find a little bit of support and push off. Very aggressive trade. I did recognize prior day low was down here. Got in, did not want to miss the move to the upside if we were going to continue. As you can see, that failed. All those stats and all that back testing and all of that good stuff, nothing works 100% of the time. You'll see me take this trade a lot, especially aggressively on the long side. Does not work out every time. This was L number 1. Really frustrating to watch this with my with the client that I was working with this morning, trading live with, to the downside. I didn't have an entry here. No setup right here as we start to break down below. Really nothing until we put the initial balance low in, and then just started a little bit of a pullback. Had this, again, I wrote not a mistrade, very small pullback and break for a short, potentially. For me, I needed this to come back up and tap initial balance low, tap overnight low, give me some type of a pullback that we obviously didn't get. Before I got short, that short would have played right here. I was staring at it, but just did not have the confidence to throw a stop loss right here at initial balance low if we weren't going to break and retest it really nicely on the 1 minute. So didn't get that. Watched. This was 11 a.m. We had Wallace speaking. Was watching a little bit more. This was really aggressive. I don't know that I love this trade. On another day, I might not like a short over here. Got myself back to break even on my XFA. This first one was about $250 some odd, $260 something. I will journal these later today. Got myself back to break even, like $2 in the XFA. Pretty close around news. I watched us wick all the way back up, test this, and looked like we were going to continue lower, at least back down to this zone. That one played pretty nicely. Actually had 2 trades in here somewhere. I don't know where the second one was, but I'll go ahead and journal those up for you guys. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to save these. Yeah, man. Again, sometimes the market's going to move, and if I don't have a setup, something that's allowing me to structure risk, I don't have a way to get in, I just got to sit patient. That's my deal. After that, we've really kind of just came down here and chop around. I had this level of structure marked off. This was on my chart before that I sent to you guys. I send this chart every morning in my free Discord. I have a channel specifically for analysis. You get my charts, my levels. I discussed everything that was on my chart this morning, along with what I was looking at. That discretionary level was respected pretty dang nicely for that push up. Just see where that came off of. That's what I was trying to take a look at. These lows right here, pretty obvious level there. Next level I've got down here, not really strong. Obviously, we're kind of just chopping around before we get there near the lows of the session. So, trading opportunities for this fine Friday after I got no trades on the last 2 live sessions. Not a whole lot, guys. Not a whole lot. We could look at this as a range and just trade to the upside, anticipating us not to continue to break these lows. It looks like we're finding quite a bit of support down here. If I pull up Bookmap, we do have some levels. Obvious round psychological number. We have quite a bit of liquidity down here. above price, above these highs at 30. Oh, no, it's actually not above these highs. Right up here, we got liquidity. 31. I'll show you guys Bookmap here. My favorite order flow tool. This is Bookmap. This is a heat map displaying the depth of market, showing us where we have a larger amount of orders resting on the book relative to everything else that's on the book for that time. This is your live market right here. Everything else is historical. We can see we have stuff sitting up here at, right about 54.50. Pretty obvious spot, 5,400. And right up here, kind of just above current price highs, below that really nice swing high that's up there. So, what's up, JR? Crazy Stat, thanks for bringing it up. Yeah, my man was asking about Bookmap in Discord today. I'll just dig into this a little bit more for you, brother. Bookmap is its own software that you have to subscribe to. This is the company name right here. This is a level 2 data. You have to subscribe to the software itself and then just to subscribe to level 2 data. This would be your depth of market, right? Your current order book. You have price levels right here for ES. This is a nice little histogram or whatever you call this, showing the volume, the quantity of orders resting on the book at these specific price levels. And it changes in real time as you go. If you look left, you have a heat map. Here's a scale for the heat map. All it is doing, simply, even though it looks intimidating, is lighting up where we have more orders on the book. We got more orders on the book down here. It's lighting up. Bright red is going to be the most orders. Yellow is going to be, a little bit more than the average of what's around it, but not quite as much as the bright red. This will change as you scroll in and out. The colors of each individual, line will change because it's relative to the data that you're displaying. In the middle, you have best bid and ask price. You got price, volume bubbles, whole bunch of other tools and volume profiles that we don't have to go into. The way that I'm using this is as I'm describing, looking for areas of interest. Do we have levels of liquidity? Do we have large stacks of orders above or below current price that maybe I think price will be drawn to? Maybe I want to pay attention if we come into that level for a push through or a reaction, similar to the way that you would a support or resistance zone. From my experience, my brief experience, I will say I haven't had that much time on with order flow and Bookmap. Price seems to like to come into these levels of liquidity. Big surprise. When it gets there, if there's multiple levels, if it's trending in that direction, it may push through that level of liquidity. It may add fuel to that move and continue. Conversely, you can see resistance be found at these levels and a strong reaction, right? We can see a lot of selling pressure come in and it turn price lower. I'm not using any of this stuff exclusively. I find it to be just like any other tool you're going to use in trading. Maybe it's helpful, but it's not going to work all of the time. So that is Bookmap. That's what I'm looking at. Again, level way down here, that would be below price. Level way up here, not way, but let's say 31.5 looks like the middle of it, right about the bottom of this zone, above price. For me, guys, I don't know what I have here. I really don't know. You have a buy right now off the bottom of this level that's been tested a bunch of times, which looks like it's about to break. Not too fond of buying the bottom of a day like this. You have a wait for a break and retest. If we're going to break and retest, you have a breakout trade to the downside, which looks like is forming right now. That's pretty much the best one that I have. Just a sell trading in the direction of price, going for fresh lows of days. We're low of the day. We're still continuing this move to the downside, as you can see. That's the low of day getting put in right now. But selling off the bottom here, throwing a stop somewhere up here or somewhere up here, just going for continuation. It's kind of all I have right now. Targeting that level of 5,400 if we're going to come down towards that. So I'm going to give this a little bit of time just to continue to watch. I don't think I'll have a whole lot of time. This kind of looks like it. So let me pause on yapping. Yeah, like, is that great? Would like something like that. Doesn't give me a really good risk structure, though. Don't really want to put my stop loss right at a level of liquidity, right below a level of liquidity that's above price, and a zone that's been tested as support and resistance a couple times. But this is kind of what I dealt with today, trying to find a way to structure trades. You watched it yesterday, said I think price is going to move lower. I don't have a clean way to get into this trade and find an ideal way to structure risk. This is pretty much all I've got. What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? What's up, my guys? Let me see real quick here. Oh, don't need OBS to update. We got some volume looking like we want to come lower. This does look weak. See what our good friend NQ is doing. About the same. Bottoming out. Fix my VWAP lines. We got some more liquidity popping up a low price. This is not a great risk structure. Short's the play, man, but I just I don't like the risk again. Let's do a little bit of math and see if I can't size this thing. I'm going to go ahead and get the party started here, guys. Not a ton of risk. I'm going to go stop loss just above this high. If we have to pull all the way back up, I'm out. I could go a little bit heavier than this. Yeah, that looks about good. Looks about right. Let's see if we can get some movement to the downside. I want to see a break of these lows, see a continuation of the downside. I'm probably only going to be able to hang out here for about another 30 minutes. So if I have to step away while this trade is on, I'll keep you guys updated in Discord. But I'm going to see if we can't sell this into these levels of liquidity that look like they're below. Price is trying to break below. It's tested a handful of times. I see this level of liquidity down here at nice round number. Again, why am I taking the trade? We're selling off today, right? We're all the way down near the lows. We're continuing to put lower lows in. We're putting lows of the session in right now. I'm selling the low. If I get caught selling the low and I have to take a $550 stop out, so be it. Sue me. I'm going to try to trade along with the trend, trade along with the structure. We broke and retest a couple times here on the 1 minute. Maybe this was the wick that it needed to, the price movement to come all the way back up here before continuing lower. It's still looking weak, so I'm going to go ahead and sell into this. That's my game plan. I don't absolutely love the risk structure. Again, we've got a level up here at 31 that I could see on the order book. Maybe we need to chop around. I think if we come all the way back up here, we're much less likely to just blast lower on the day, and I'm just not capturing the right side of the move. And that will be the end of this trade. But if we're going to get something in, we're going to try to make some money. We got a decent way to do it. We got a decent setup here. Could even come above these wicks to survive something if it came way up here. But I really wouldn't want to see a whole lot of pressure blasting up above this whole level right here, to be honest with you. And this is not going to be a massive trade to begin with. I'm looking down to this 5,400 level. About, 10 points below price. 11.5 points below price. But we're in a combine. Got to get some trading done. We are in it. If you guys got questions, feel free to ask in the chat, and we'll hang out for a little bit. Yeah, again, I got to be cutting out of here about 3 o'clock, right before power hour. So hopefully this one starts to play. So far, not so much. Juan Guillermo says, "Hey, bro, I have the same issue. I see the market dropping. I can't seem to find a good place for my stop. It's always too far." Yeah, man, it can be tough. Again, you don't want to just sell for no reason other than it's dropping and have not a clear level of invalidation. So, a lot of times it is waiting for a setup, waiting for some pullback and then continuation to the downside. And that doesn't always come on a day like today. We didn't get that. Yeah, we are not breaking through these lows with any force. That sucks. No serious pullback, right? Like if I look at this on the 5-minute chart, look at this on ES. No bar trading above 5-minute bar high. Just bearish bar after bearish bar, selling off until we get way down here. Really difficult to just hop into this and slap a stop loss at an area that is not a clear level of invalidation, where we can see a pullback and then a continuation. So it's just sitting on your hands. It can just be sitting on your hands. But I like this one. Looking at that 5-minute, I like this one. I think if anything, trade it along with the trend of the day, the structure of the day. We're continuing to put lows in. Whether or not I'm going to survive any kind of pullback up here is out for debate. But I like this trade to the downside. I don't want to try to be a bottom picker and catch the bottom. Trade along with the trend. That's going to be my my thesis for the day. Level of liquidity down here, giving me some added confirmation. Nice round psychological number that we are only 14 points away from, 15 points away from, that we might want to come down and check out. That's what I am targeting on this one. And again, got to take the stop out. We take the stop out. That's how it goes, guys. It's a numbers game. The quicker that you can realize that you're not going to be right all the time, like you're about to see me be right now, maybe. You don't need to be right all the time. You don't need to be right 80 or 90% of the time. Just need to be right a little more than half the time and make a little bit more when you're right and lose a little bit less when you're wrong. That is enough to get you paid. That was doing the same thing. A lot of short pressure. Yeah, I feel you, man. Shorted NQ and, of course, break even. Lots of volume. Do I trade with VIX? No, I don't pay attention to many other markets outside of just the chart that I'm trading. But that's up to you, man. If you want to watch, other underlying assets within the U.S. indices, you want to watch the dollar, you want to watch, bonds, whatever it is, and use that as correlation, you go ahead and do that. ES, not really giving me what I want to see here. Not giving me what I want to see. Sold into this selling pressure. Wanted to see this start to continue. Found support right down here again. Really need to see this come back down and break through. We get above these highs with some force. I'm going to quickly lose faith in this trade. But I'm likely going to hold this one to the stop out. Cutting it right here as we crack above these highs, I don't think that's a good move. I don't think that's great trade management. This is about as wide as I can go without it having it way, way, way up here, which is a clear invalidation level. But again, if this is going to play out pretty quickly, which we need it to, right? Almost coming into the end of the day, it needs to do so now. So I'm just looking at the selling pressure continuing and not rallying back up into the trading range of the day. Ooh, we got some orders right there. Do we see volume to the downside, or does it catch a bid here? Would like to get below these lows with some force, man. I don't love what I'm seeing right now. Even with that candle, I need to see some follow through. But we'll put risk on in the market when it makes sense to us. That's the deal. Anyone green on a red day? I'm about $2 in profit in my XFA. Break even. Break even. That's the game plan. Not the game plan. That's the result so far. Again, I'll journal some trades for you guys this evening, but I had back-to-back meetings. Somewhat of a busy day. Holding structure, good trade. Yeah, man, again, it's simple, right? Using market structure, using price action, using some areas of interest on the chart, creating a thesis, placing a stop loss in an area that makes sense, at least to me. Opinion for all of these things, right? It's discretionary. And trading towards a nice psychological round number, an area of liquidity on the chart that looks like we might want to go down and tag as we are breaking the lows, so selling into selling pressure. We'll see. Let the odds play out, right? I see so many traders get really hyped up when they take wins or really, really upset when they take losses. And sure, you see me say, there we go. You're happy when it's, when it's moving into profit. But if you do this for long enough and you understand the game of probabilities that we're playing and the random distribution of wins and losses, you recognize that you could do everything that you're supposed to do. You're structuring your trade the right way. You waited for your confirmation. You're trading your system, and you're going to take losses. There's going to be losing trades, and you can't let that really negatively affect you so much. You can learn from, your trades as you go, but if you have something that works, your job is to just put those trades on when your edge is present, in Mark Douglas's terms again, without reservation or hesitation. Put that trade on, and whether it's a win or a loss, that's not a good job or a bad job. It's, did you do what you were supposed to do? Is it a valid trade? And that's what you see me think through and kind of have this, if-then process and decide whether or not it's time to put a trade on and either do so or don't. And then sit with that decision, manage the trade to the best of your abilities, right? I manage my trades discretionary. I move stop loss to break even when it makes sense. I'll add or scale in or scale out of a position. And based on the data that I see, and that's it, man. That's all you can do. So we'll see. It'd be nice to catch a nice winner here towards the end of the day. End Friday, nice and green in a combine. If it has to be a stop out, it has to be a stop out, man. That's part of the game. Business expenses. That's what you can look at losers. Good losses are business expenses. The cost that you pay. I forget the quote. Losses in trading, good losses in trading are the cost that you pay to make yourself available for the gains. It's a great way to think about it. Got to roll the dice. Yeah, man. You can create an edge, right, in the market. You can have something that's quantifiable that you can back test and say, I have a, rough random numbers. Maybe you have a 60% win rate and you make 1.25% of what you lose, 1.25. Excuse me. You have a 1.25 risk to reward. that means you will take, on average, 4 losses out of 10. And that means over a number of 100 trades or 50 trades, you're likely to see consecutive losses, 4 or 5 consecutive losses. That's the really difficult part about trading, in my opinion, is not only knowing about that, but becoming aware of it, understanding it, and accepting it as the reality, the necessary reality. So, and then that's what allows you to trade through, right? That's what allows you to trade through the winners without going on tilt and being, over leveraging and saying, I'm just going to accelerate this, or trade through the losers when you're on a losing streak or things are, back and forth or break even, to continue doing what works, not change everything, throw everything out the window, and, just kind of have that understanding. A lot of guys call it being delusionally confident, arrogantly confident in your system to come to the charts, after taking 3 back-to-back losing days and put the same trade on. That's what's needed in this game. So, yeah, man, back down at these lows again. Would like to see a break and a head down towards this level, but I don't know that we're going to get it, guys. Struggling to get below this. But we'll hang out. Again, I'm going to tie this one up probably around that 3 o'clock time frame, and I will manage this trade on the side. I'll keep you guys updated, whether I cut it short or just let it run towards the end of the day. But if you guys got questions, feel free, ask away. Regular housekeeping stuff. I run a free Discord where I trade live here on YouTube. I give you guys my analysis. I talk about news like this morning. NFP, be cautious. We got big news coming out. I answer questions. You could hop in there and be asking me questions about my trading, my approach, my strategy. I don't gatekeep anything. All that stuff for free. You can follow me on social media, Instagram, YouTube, X. And then I do work with guys. I have one paid program, not a course, one-on-one coaching. Work with guys in a one-on-one and small group environment, trading live every day, and then having individual one-on-one sessions where we work on everything that goes into making money consistently in the markets with the goal of making small improvements, because that's what helped me and that's what I believe will help others. If you're interested in that, hop in the free Discord. You can book a free 30-minute call through my site, realdealfutures.com. It's also in the Discord. Link is everywhere for that fun stuff. My entry stop loss lines disappeared on TopstepX. Any idea how to get them back? No. Probably somewhere in settings. Brother, where you can have them displayed or not displayed, but I don't know why they would disappear without you knowing about it. If you're in a trade right now, you might be on the wrong chart. So like if you entered a trade on ES or like micro right now, and I click ES thinking I'm on the right chart, I might be on the wrong chart and you might not see your lines. So that's the first thing that I would check. Second thing would be, do you have your settings to show all that stuff? Green week. If you're asking me if I have a green week, you were right. I was on MES. Yeah, there you go, dude. Yeah, I've done the same thing, right? You just kind of come to the charts, or you're switching between. You have multiple charts up, and all of a sudden you're on ES and not MES. So, be careful. The fat finger mistakes are real. I've done it live. I've clicked buy when I meant to click sell, to close out a position instead of adding to it. So be cautious of that stuff. It sucks when it happens. You don't want to trade on the wrong chart. That's important, man. I see you guys hitting the like button. Feel free, hit like, help me out. Subscribe, help me beat the YouTube algorithm. You don't have to do anything. Free means free, and I'm on here trading for free. But if you like what you see, if you find this stuff helpful, feel free to hit the like button. That helps me out. And hop in Discord, man. We've got a badass community. I think we got like almost 1,100 members. Let me see. 1,100 on the nose. 1,100 members. Awesome. Great community, man. People sharing the wins, the losses, the good, the bad. We got guys that are funded making money. We got newer guys that are developing strategies. The whole deal, man. It's awesome. I really love this community. Team Real Deal. Team Real Deal. Correct. Yeah. No, I trade to make money. I stream here for free. Yes. Correct. Trade live, and I don't charge you guys to watch me here on YouTube almost every day that I'm on here trading live. I trade live in the morning with just the guys that I'm working with one-on-one through Zoom. It's my main session where I'm primarily trading XFAs now. So if you are interested in that, feel free, hit me up. But again, nothing gate kept, right? I show you guys my levels before I start. It's the same strategy, the same approach. I break down all my trades afterwards. I show you guys how I trade. If you don't have a feel for that by now, I don't know what else I could do. Yeah, levels are still up on Bookmap. The level above has actually faded quite a bit. So show you what I mean by that. That's a nice indication for me. Here's my level on Bookmap below price, just before this, just below this 5,400 number. You could see this level lightening up here, getting lighter. Some orders coming off the book. Maybe you can see it a little bit more prominent down here. It's actually pretty similar. Just the algos on the chart have changed. But we're failing to break this low, so that's not great for me. Not great for this trade. Yeah, multiple tests and a failure to break below, and now a pretty gnarly bullish bar pushing up. I got an option to cut this one now. Wicks to the downside on the 15-minute. Yeah, this doesn't look great. Again, I manage my trades from a discretionary standpoint, so I give myself the flexibility to cut losing trades in drawdown. For this one, guys, I'm just going to give it some room, at least for right now. Going to give it some room. If it has to push all the way back up and follow through to the upside, I'm out. But I got my stop loss in a place that's about as close as I want it. If I wanted to get out right here as we were coming down, stop loss would be right here. I'm going to leave the risk on and just run this to the downside. If we have to pull all the way back up here, I do think it's less likely that we continue all the way lower, all the way down to this level down here. So I will be out. But before that, I really do feel like I'm ducking out early. So I'm going to let this thing run. That's my game plan. I won't be right every day. Maybe on another day I close right now $100 and I save myself $400 of loss. On a different day, it runs into profit. I find using my intuition and discretion and my discernment of price action over a large number of trades, I end up more green. It's definitely harder on the psychology side, on the mentality side, but you do whatever works for you. Back and forth, back and forth. See, man, with reading the volume on Bookmap and the number of orders, are you looking for levels that agree with your bias, or are you just choosing trades according to market flow? I am looking for levels and areas of interest that agree with my trading bias, my plan based on market structure and price action from the candlestick chart. I am not using order flow or any tool individually alone. I definitely don't use order flow alone. I think some guys can trade directly off, the DOM or the order book, and more power to you. I'm using it in conjunction with the other tools that I utilize. So again, if there's a level above or below price, I'm not just saying I'm going to go long or short, or I'm going to do something specific, to that instance. I'm going to wait to see, what happens on my actual chart. I'm mainly utilizing market structure, price action, key areas of interest, both market generated and discretionary on a candlestick chart. Bookmap is the nice add-in. So hope that answers the question, my man. I found it very helpful. Again, I haven't utilized it for forever. I don't consider myself to be the order flow or Bookmap expert. I've added it into my trading this year, and it's been pretty damn helpful. I find that it helps me more days than it hurts me. And if there's something out there that helps me more days than hurts me and doesn't take away too much focus from anything else that's really working well for me, I like that. But those are things that I'm conscious of. You know, how much information can I really process before it's information overload? Can I use this stuff to make decisions quickly? And is it helping me more often than it's hurting me? Because nothing's going to work all the time. If the answer is, yes, and it's not taking away, I like it. But I think you'll see by my charts, you'll see by my trading, it's pretty simple. This might look a little complex or overlapping up here. It's near the open. I utilize this stuff for some structure. But at its core, man, I'm watching price action and market structure. I'm watching these, plain white and gray candles. That's it. Volume down here, added tool that works. Ugh, failing to break this low, man. $425, we got some liquidity. Yeah, this doesn't look wonderful. I would have liked to see this thing come down already, guys. I really would have. That was another push lower that's now failed with buyers taking it higher. This 5-minute bar engulfing the prior bar would have looked pretty nicely to the downside, but it does look like we want to flip bullish. Gonna wait to see, but I'm quickly losing confidence in this trade. Now that we've got more data, right? So as we were coming back down, I said I don't want to cut the trade early. Now I've got more data that's printed, and I am able to continue to watch order flow and see more levels of liquidity above price. That's not agreeing with my trading plan, my thesis for this individual trade. So at a certain point, maybe I say I don't want to leave on $550 worth of risk. I'd rather realize, $350 or $400 and, keep that loser smaller. For now, I'm going to let this thing ride, but this is not ideal. We continue a move like that. That's not great. A lot of back and forth movement, though. Choppiness, volume behind some movements without follow through. It's choppy. But we'll hold the trade for now. Back down below that low. Do we come and test these again? I don't know how many times. And if we do we break below? Coming into this 3 o'clock time frame, yeah, we might see some movement. We might see buyers step in here quickly. You could just as easily see the sell-off. But I still like the trade idea. I like the thesis. Again, we fail this low again and come back above higher, just into this zone. It's looking less likely that it's going to play, but watch a Bookmap over on the side. My man says, I have a similar plan. I'm very discretionary. Can I ask you, how do you handle the losses? Like, how do you know when to stop? I struggle with that a lot. Yeah, so I think being a discretionary trader, as most guys are, most manual traders are, you've got to write that into your trading plan. So you still need to have a serious risk management plan. How many losses are you going to allow yourself? What's your risk per trade? What's your risk per day? Maybe how many consecutive losses are you going to allow yourself? That doesn't really change with being discretionary. If you're going to be dynamic with risk management, maybe you have guidelines for that. But that would be the first part. As far as handling losses in general, it's building confidence in your system through back testing and forward testing and trading in live market conditions and having some quantifiable edge in the markets and the ability to maintain discipline and trade through those losses and get to your wins. That comes with time and experience and, again, a real understanding of the game of probabilities that we're playing. So it's kind of those two things. Kind of those two pieces that definitely help. It's got to be a dark pool down there. That's keeping it from going any lower. Shake my head. Yeah, man. Maybe. This is not playing nice with me, though. All the way back up to these highs. Failed to break the low. We had some decent momentum trying to take it lower. Sellers trying to take this thing lower. I really don't want to cut it too early, but the longer this goes on and the higher we push, the less the trade idea is intact. Now that we've consolidated, here comes the additional data. We're still printing. Now we're back and forth. Now we've got more of an area of consolidation. I'd like to allow for a wick above this area before sellers take this thing lower, if we're going to do that. So I'm less inclined to close as we come up here. Pain in the ass Friday trades, guys. But again, 50K combines, we got to get some trading in. We got to take some wins or losses. Move the needle and put the dang trades on. Any other questions, feel free to ask. I got about 5 minutes left on this live stream. While I'm hanging out with you guys, feel free, hit the like button, subscribe. There's more of you in here right now than hit the like button. You don't have to hit the like button, but it certainly helps me out. Free means free, so you feel free to do anything that you want. But liking and subscribing helps me. And if I'm helping you by showing you that I'll take a loser live with you guys here, go ahead and hit the like button. Let's see. Do we wick up above and find some sellers up here to continue this thing lower? Or are we just going to push up? Right now, it looks like the push up. Check the 5 minute. Yeah, that doesn't look wonderful. Doesn't look wonderful, guys. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to cut this one, though. I'm just not feeling it. That's my validation point. I don't think I'd like to cut this one unless I see something else crazy on Bookmap. Yeah, levels above. That doesn't look good. Got some liquidity above. This is the last ditch effort right here where we cracked above this area of consolidation. Sellers step in and bring this thing lower. That fails. We creep higher. We hit some liquidity that's sitting up here. I'm out for the full loss. But there's a chance. But it's got to happen pretty dang soon, like now. You know, we continue this move higher. I think we're pushing up, and the 70 and 62% that are long are looking better. Choppy back and forth. Yeah, this is just a choppy one, man. Choppy one. Do you coach for TopStep? No, I don't coach for TopStep. I am on TopStep TV nowadays. Been on for Power Players and for Power Hour. Hopefully in the next couple weeks you will see me back on there for Power Hour. It's been pretty cool. Hope to get on there again soon. But no coaching for TopStep. Let's see it, ES. Dump it for the boys. Dump it for the live. Going right into this 3 o'clock. I'm gonna wait with you guys, see if we get some volatility here. A couple seconds into 3 o'clock, and here we go. Do we crack right to the upside and take me out? Does sellers start to take this thing lower? That doesn't look great. A lot of volatility coming in. Liquidity above. Yeah, I think I might get taken out of this bad boy. But we're going to hold the trade. We're going to let it ride. Oh, I'm after 3 o'clock. Guys, I got to cap this one. You'll see the result pretty soon. Mark your charts now. You'll know how this one worked out. If I manage it outside of just letting it run right now, I will let you guys know in Discord. But I got to hop off. Thank you guys for being on here with me. I appreciate you. Have a good weekend. Hop in the free Discord. Remember, nothing I say or do on here is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. You're probably going to lose money if you trade. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Trade at your own risk. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll be live next week trading here on YouTube in the afternoons. Hop in the free Discord for all the updates. I will talk to you guys soon.